Hello my fellow Ghoul Renegade, and welcome back to a brand new video of Ghoulish Reacts. And welcome to day 6, and unfortunately the final day of Iris Week. This has been a really fun journey, and I'm so happy that I get to watch all these videos with you guys. This was something I've been planning for a very long time, and I figured, hey, the new album's coming out, why don't we just watch all of these together as combine the Iris community, the Will Ryan Originals community, the DA Games community, and the Ghoul Renegade all together into one awesome package, and let's just watch and just geek out on Iris, just because why not? It's very rare that, Will releases an album, especially one as special as Heart of an Artist Resurrection, which is a remake of the first album. I wonder if we're going to get, and now that I think about it, I wonder if we're going to get a Goliath's Throne remake at some time down the line, because Will did mention during the production of Goliath's Throne, after he finished it, he actually lost all of the instrumental tracks for Goliath's Throne, and it's one reason why we never got a deluxe edition for Goliath's Throne, because he lost the instrumental files. Well, okay, I wouldn't say lost them, but I think maybe they got misplaced and they're just hiding somewhere, or they just got deleted by accident. But Will said that he's never been able to recover the instrumental tracks for Goliath's Throne. So I wonder if we're going to get a remake of that album, but I don't know. The only thing I really hope that Will does is make lore videos for Goliath's Throne, like ones that coincide with the current Iris lore, at least, which I'm pretty sure he's already got that planned sometime later down the line, maybe after Heart of an Artist Resurrection. We don't know. But yeah. So anyway, the first video we're going to be reacting to today is Operation Ball Tourney 2. So to sum up the last video, Goliath ends up blowing up the Great Beyond, and that is causing resistance to the citizens on Nidoria. They're starting to wake up and resist against Abram, and Abram doesn't like that. So Abram has now rolled out Project Biotide, and as I explained in the last video, the Biotides were invented by Gabriel as like a trash robot, kind of like Wally, to keep the earth green and renew energy using garbage, essentially. But now Abram has teamed up with a corporation called VipeCorp and turned the Biotides exclusively into killing machines. Now, Operation Ball Tourney number 2 is going to show us what the new features of the Biotides are. So let's actually read the little description that's given to us by Will. Much time had passed, and the world slumbered into a Dimitrin override. With a great deprivation of vitamin C, all that lived outside the confines of the Domeplex became a brand new zombified plague. Their metabolisms weakened, minds numbed, and the empty thought they were left to streak in the cities. Disassociation from their once-known identities and unaware of the decay they beheld, while kept in limbo by their chirochips and now active backup metabolism emitting a glow from their eyes. All except for several Baltorne armies who took refuge before making their plan of action known. After being tipped off by a soldier on the inside, they crossed the plains of Nidoria with an apparatus transferring vitamin C supplements to their now emboldened bodies, all to ascend among the Domeplex for full-blown retaliation. This is to say the Valentin Renegade had come prepared, as the emergency alert had been sounded. Protocol Biotide is now underway. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Smithsonians, it appears one of you had pressed for the emergency protocol alert. It is as we feared. Revolt is happening.
Yes.
With our leader blissfully unaware of the outside plague, we are...
Oh, that's so cool. And we actually see the Domeplex and the houses in the city. They look so weird. They look zombified. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, and if you're wondering who does most of the artwork for Iris that Will uses, it's a person on Twitter named Aspen Nightray. She does some really cool art. And she was actually the one who drew the very first concept for Abram Valentin. So she was pretty much the one, well, I would say Will came up with the character, but she drew the concept for Abram, the art for Abram, and Will absolutely loved it, so he decided to use it. But yeah, Aspen Nightray is the one responsible for creating Abram Valentin, what he looks like, his appearance. So yeah, I will link her Twitter down below, because she has some really amazing artwork. I don't know, it's not working for me. I think she locked her account or something like that, or I don't know. But every time I look up her name to look at her artwork, it doesn't come up. I don't know why. And it says, like, it can't load, like, the Twitter app tells me, it can't load this page right now. It's like, oh, come on. But yeah.
Now under brand new protocol. Protocol Biotide. attack is now underway.
Okay.
Several hundreds of devices will be in each faction's disposal. It is up to you to remain on the side of the Renegade. Please be aware that your Vipe droids will need calibrating and deep synchronization with your Cairo chips, as any desynchronization will put you at risk of friendly fire.
Oh.
This brings us to a briefing on...
That's interesting. So not only will the biotide target the enemy, but if your Vipe droid is unsynced from your Cairo chip, then the biotide will also target you because it realizes you're unloyal to the Valentin Renegade. So basically it's pretty much stay loyal or you die. Either way.
Biotide's Hunter mode. You will be strangulated using its expendable cord located at the bottom of the biotide and injected right through the brain using a razor-sharp needle made of solid hot Visper.
Oh, also I would like to mention, this is also mentioned in the little post that Will made, but Visper is a mythical material on Nodori. It's a chemical, and it burns extremely hot, hotter than magma. Will says that it burns at 1,000 Celsius, and that's their like temperature measurement of how hot it burns. That's hot. So it's like basically he mixed like Celsius and Fahrenheit together, so it's like Celsius, essentially. That's what he calls it.
Once its prey perishes, it will be contained in its body carrier, where the blood of the fallen will be rinsed from said subject. And finally, a purifying chemical to keep the blood cells alive before being retrieved back to the domeplex. We understand most civilians will be in hiding during this point, so to taunt them out, we have a speaker grill implanted inside the biotide. And on prompt command will emit a noise familiar to the subject's memories as taken by their Cairo chips. An example will now be played for you.
Oh god, where's Noreen? Noreen, where the hell is Noreen?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
This dude's dead.
Noreen? Noreen, I'm coming to get you! I'm coming! Oh my god!
Specimen walls are identified.
Bye, Daddy!
Oh no.
Using this will...
Oh man, that's so... Dang, that's horrible on so many different levels. As soon as he stepped out, it said specimen identified. It even copied the little girl's voice and said, bye, daddy, and then kills him. Dang, that is harsh. That's crazy. Yeah, Will's really going to show out. I like how Will is going so far to show us like all of the capabilities of the biotide. So basically, as they mentioned in the video, it has a tail. It's like a scorpion-like tail, and it wraps around you, and then it injects you in the brain with a needle, and you're dead. And then you get carried in its body carrier. They wash you out, essentially. They drain you of all your liquids, all your fluid, all your blood. And they use a healing preservative to keep it intact. So to be used as an energy resource when they take it back to the domeplex. That's crazy. All of this is crazy, but it's cool all at the same time.
Lure its prey out of hiding, to which the biotide can commence attacks.
Obviously.
It is a dark time for all Nodorians.
Obviously.
So we must act swift, act fast, and act with no mercy.
Act with no mercy. Oh yeah, this little kind of blood splatter looking Dovahcom. That is Dovahcom's safe state known as Dova Moira, which we will see later. I'm not going to say too much about Dova Moira because he is an extreme part of the lore here. So let's continue on to the next video. The second video we will be reacting to today is Transmission 9, I believe? Hold on. Yeah, Transmission 9. Okay, let's get into it. Back with the ticking. Okay.
Dovahcom, you know we happen to be close, correct?
I have never left your side, sir.
Surely you must know a thing or two about what it was like back then. Seen things that I haven't.
I am afraid I am as lost as you are. Your father designed me as an artificial intelligence, and the brains of the infrastructure.
Well, even then, surely there's a thing or two hanging in those archives somewhere. I mean, it's been playing in the back of my head ever since I had time to breathe.
Well, this is certainly a little, now it might just be me not, ow. It might just be me not personally remembering this little video, but it seems like Abram is almost longing, like almost reminiscent of his past. I mean, if his past was so bad that he doesn't want to talk about it, why would he ask Dovahcom what it was like back then. And why wouldn't Dovahcom remember? Because Dovahcom was obviously invented by the time that Gabriel died. So he would know what it was like back then. Unless Dovahcom was told by Gabriel not to indulge or tell Abram or Jebediah certain information, like this information was meant to be kept secret at all costs, which that's probably the case. Because he's an artificial intelligence. Of course, he would have had certain orders from Gabriel that even Abram wouldn't have known about because he was younger. But I kind of find it interesting that even though Abram hates his past, he kind of has like a longing for it. Like he wants to just reminisce about something because something is bothering him.
All systems are operational. My new rulings are going into play. And yet, I still haven't gotten the answer to the question I needed answering.
No matter what, sir, despite being but an artificial design, I am here and have never left your side since we were younger.
That's true.
You know, that's the one thing that'll never change. You were my only friend.
Oh.
The only one that ever took interest in the things I had to say. But something is bugging me.
Okay.
Why did my father bring you home?
Oh.
Had the best intentions of keeping you company.
Dovahcom, that's ridiculous. You know that man was mad, an absolute liar. I don't know how the Valentin legacy continued with such a fool.
Oh. Okay, so we get to see a picture of Abram when he's younger. Oh, and there's a mini biotide sitting next to him. So I'm assuming that little mini biotide was at one point in time Dovahcom. Okay. Well, that's cool. We get to see Abram when he's younger in a house. That's interesting. Huh. So that's the question that Abram wanted answering. He didn't understand why Dovahcom was brought home by Gabriel. I think I pretty much do believe Dovahcom's perspective that maybe even Gabriel knew that his son Abram didn't have any friends, and so he created an artificial intelligence to not only run the infrastructure of the Domeplex and help Gabriel with running the Valentin legacy, but he also created a friend for his son. Because we don't know how lonely Abram was. And maybe it was at some time, at this point in time, maybe was this when Jebediah ran off? Did he run off in the early childhood? Probably. We don't know. It's never explained. But that's the only kind of consensus that I can kind of think of, that maybe Jebediah ran off during some time this point, and maybe Gabriel knew that was going to happen because they never got along.
I'm sure there are several things we won't properly know, sir.
Come on. Surely there's something in there. I just need to get through to your database. What the...
Oh, I recognize that sound. That was the Mothel Hive. That was the Mothel Hive. I know this. I remember this.
What the devil was that noise?
That's dark matter from the Mothel Hive.
What the hell's going on? Dovahcom, what happened?
Oh.
I'm afraid I cannot let you go any further, sire.
Dovahcom! What's happening to you?
We were always so close, you and I, and now the fate of the world is at stake. You cannot do this on your own, Abram.
Stop this! Get a hold of yourself!
Dovahcom is officially nightmare fuel. I love the voice that Will gave for Dova Moira. I think it's awesome. Oh, and yes, just to imply, this is a safe state that was installed within Dovahcom by Gabriel himself, and he called it Dova Moira. And Dovahcom, I think, is only supposed to go into the state during emergency situations. And the Mothel Hive coming to Nadoria, that is a very big emergency situation. Now, a lot of people didn't know it then, but it was speculated when the Mothel Hive's roar happened. It's mainly speculated and pretty much confirmed by Will that Dovahcom got infected by the Mothel Hive's dark matter, thus activating Dova Moira, the safe state. Oh, jeez.
Dovahcom, cease this instant, or I'll have you thrown to the slaughter!
Ooh. Oh, jeez.
What is happening to me?
Even darkness can turn on itself in the blink of an eye. It feasts on light, and yet can be swallowed by the same black hole from whence it came. Remember this in your adventure, as when light starts to become bleak, confined in the darkness to overcome the darkness. Become one with your demons, and rise with the Mother Hive.
And that message right at the very end confirms that, yep, that was the Mother Hive indeed. And ironically, each transmission actually correlates to a song on the album, and since this is the 9th song, this is Mother Hive. The third video we will be reacting to today is Transmission 10. Okay, let's go. Oh, jeez, he's really mad.
Why does everything I trust have to rubble on it?
Sire, please remain still.
Stay away from me!
Oh,
Excuse me.
I said stay away! I thought I could trust you! Why did you bring that man up? You were on his side all along, weren't you?
Abram and Valentin, I implore you to listen carefully. There is much I have kept from you.
Fucking wonderful! Why should it be so surprised? You turned on me! You scalded me! Threatened me!
Sir, may I remind you of the power outage we endured? That power outage activated my safe state, Dover Moira.
oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that they went through a power outage. Okay, so when the Mother Hive flew over, it caused the power outage, and then it corrupted Dovacom with the dark matter, thus activating his safe state.
Moira! So who the devils that make you? How do I know you're Dovercom or not?
Please,
He is still Dovacom, right now.
Give me one good reason why I should believe you! You one good fucking reason!
All I am your father.
Oh,
Why? Why are you bringing him up?
listen to me, sir. I do not have much time before Moira turns me. I have much to discuss about your father.
My father! My father was a crooked and wicked insect!
Your father mutated from radiation.
oh, wow.
Mutated!
Ether radiation.
Importantly, he was mutated due to ether radiation exposure. Your father was kinder than you let on.
That's interesting. So this is why this point in the story is exactly why I said that Abram's perspective of Gabriel is not 100% true, because Abram never knew that his father was exposed to ether radiation. Now, when Gabriel got in contact with the chemical, sorry, not with the chemical, it's not a chemical, with the material known as ether that mainly floats through the Vegala universe and actually somewhat is heavily from Goliath's world. When Gabriel came into contact with ether is unknown, unless Gabriel at some point in time was looking for the iris as well. But we don't know. Maybe got contacted by Vegala Infinity at some point in time, but that's unclear as of right now either, which I don't believe that's the case either. But he got mutated due to radiation. So obviously ether is very dangerous to normal human beings, because Will does explain that Nidoria is supposed to be the Iris universe's version of Earth, our planet. So granted, even though their world is very much more technologically advanced than we are currently right now.
I don't understand.
Sir, I'm sure you remember all too well the Dover Care device you held close in your place of residence.
Of course I remember.
I was created as a gift to you from your father. He created me so that you could have company when nobody else would aid you.
Just like I kind of suspected.
Created you.
Yep.
And he did it all for me.
But born from mutation, he did not expect this outcome to.
That's interesting. So, he was really never as evil as even Abram claimed. It was only because of the radiation that made him that way. And sometimes I don't know, it's kind of odd. Sometimes sickness and disease or tragic events, it does that to people. Sometimes you can meet the nicest person that you'll ever meet, and then something bad is going to happen to them, and then they turn into the meanest person you will ever know. They become cold, they become heartless, they become cynical, and they just become evil straight to the bone. And a lot of people are think, oh, were you just pretending to be nice, or were you really just this way all along? And in certain instances, yeah, sometimes it really is that person was just that way all along, but in other instances, no. It's usually because something happened to them and just made them grow cold and bitter and just angry at the world.
But you must listen to me very well. Your father was
Ooh.
through and through. Before the mutation, he knew all too well he was about to turn, and hence why he sent you and your brother Jebediah into power.
So he knew he was going to die anyway. And so he just did what he had to do. The final will.
Always loved you. So, I do not have much more time to explain, but I must require you to with me.
Connect!
I have plenty of things to show you, but you have to trust in. I am here to keep you safe.
Safe! You're corrupted!
Please trust me, sir. We have been two of the same mind from the same eyes for most of our lives. I implore you to trust in me.
He's got a point, just a little bit. If Abram wants to know the truth, he should.
Okay,
There you go. He wants to know.
trust you.
Very well, sir.
Time to remember the method away from you.
Okay, now we are going to learn the truth as well. What happened to Gabriel?
Spit it out, Utah. You can confide in me.
Well, it's hard to tell, Gabriel. We've done every kind of scan possible. Brainwave activity monitor, kinetic neurotransmission simulation. And after numerous blood samples taken,
I don't think I say this as often as I should, but I should admit, like, during the time when Dawn of the Demetrix was being made, you gotta admit that Will's voice acting is peak. It's really, really good. And a lot of people didn't expect this from Will. Like, him playing literally every character, voicing almost every character, and doing so much with his voice differently to play all these roles. Like, he makes it sound believable. Like, he makes it sound like other people voiced in this other than him. But it's just, he has a really good knack for voice acting. I think he should do it a lot more often. And in fact, Will actually does do it a lot because he runs his animation channel, Bantermation. You guys should go check that out as well. I'm not going to link it down in the description because this is fully Iris related. So, but yeah, go check out all the other stuff that Will works on. It's amazing. Like, the effort and time that he puts into making his stories and doing the voice acting and making the videos, and it's just amazing overall. And that's why Iris is as good as it is. It's all because of the effort that Will puts into it.
Well, I don't know how to say this.
Friend, you think we have time to shoot trivials? It's an easy question. What is happening to
You're
me?
changing, Gabriel.
Ooh.
Your blood is beginning to boil. Your eyes are infected. It also seems you developed antibodies that are eating away at your vitamin C intake.
Wow.
Your spirit is fading away from us. It's slow, but rather damaging. I'm afraid there's no way out of this. Your time may very well be up.
I see. And there's no cure?
Nope.
Unfortunately, even after every attempt to salvage your blood samples, seems everything we throw at it is dismissed on arrival.
I understand.
I know this is all very troubling, but the sooner you retire and put someone else in power, the sooner you can spend the last days with your loved ones.
My family, yes. Yes. Bethany, Abe, and Jeb. How am I ever going to break the news to them?
I doubt there's any other way to do it than be straight with them. Have you thought about what you'll pass to them when you descend?
Oh, goodness, you're spot on as usual, Utah. I must prepare them a farewell message.
And before you descend, Gabe,
You gotta know, it was an honor to serve under you. Utah, my friend, you must think I hold you with such low regard. You're a friend of the family. Now, it does remind me of when you caught a nasty sickness, and I had to act as your wife's husband for all but 3 weeks. Watch it, bud. You best not be planning anything when I hit the curb, assuming I'm as high maintenance to handle your wife. Oh, God. Low blow. Point stands. You were always very loyal to me and my family. Thank you. Anytime, bud. Anytime. Okay, I'm ready. Let's get this over with. Okay, hotshot. Recording in 3, 2, 1, and you're good to go. To my loving family, if you're reading or hearing this, chances are I, Gabriel Valentin, have fallen.
Our planet yields time as short as the knots in your shoes in the grand scheme. It is why with whatever time we have left, we must use to empathize with one another. Apologies may be empty and hollow, but to deny the ability to grow and evolve is the denial in your own growth as well. Yield the scythe that brings you time, empathy, courage, determination, maturity, and composure. We may very well be able to open our hearts and connect with one another, protect one another, and evolve with one another. I'm sorry may be empty to you, but it still holds water in this field of gold, as we not only see the different shades of grass, but we also breathe it. You can only age with time if you allow time to carry you and everyone surrounding you. So keep hold of the time you have left, and don't just speak your regrets. Act on it before it's too late.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. The fourth video we will be reacting to today is the final transmission. Now, I would like to mention we actually do get 2 bonus transmissions, which is the Deadlock transmission and the Vegala. But as far as the Valentin Renegade transmissions go, this is the end. Ooh.
Father,
Ooh.
I found you at last.
I would like to mention at this point that Abram and Dova Moira are actually merged together. This is why Abram's voice sounds totally different. And also, when Dova Moira and Abram are merged together, Abram gets like powers. He like gets crazy technological powers. He'll explain this in a minute, but I just thought I'd give you guys a fair warning.
You thought you could hide away from me after all these years? Stuck in a tomb you created for yourself? It's come to my attention that you were once a well-respected ruler. I want to thank you personally for providing me a friend when nobody else can be there for me. But I regret to inform you that this changes nothing.
Oof.
Sure, I can let bygones be bygones, but I have done exactly what you've asked of me. Rule over my people with an iron fist. Keep my own brother close at all times. Keep the order.
I mean, granted, Abram is right. He has done everything that Gabriel asked him to, just in a dictator, twisted kind of way, though.
I like to think our people are still very devoted to our cause, and our new world order has made our world reborn as should be.
Ooh.
You were a reckless fool, if anything. I can hardly call that careful thinking. And you were supposed to be a ruler for these people. I think we've done far more change for this world than you could have ever done in all the years you were in power. You see, you can pick at a rose for long enough, but when all the petals have fallen, will it ever be a rose anymore? I'm afraid your rose was doomed to fade long ago, and out comes a new bloom. So no, the past might have changed, and I might have come to terms with that reality. But our present day still exists, and here I am, still expected to live through it.
See, and I find that is actually somewhat of a, oh, hold on, let me readjust my leg, a good turning point for Abram, that even though Abram has, learned, and he's willing to accept that his past is not what he thought it was, and that everything that he thought he knew was essentially a lie. That Gabriel wasn't always mean. His father wasn't always mean to him. It was only after he got exposed to ether radiation that his changes really came into play and he became the sadistic, abusive, monstrous man that he became. But it wasn't all his fault. It wasn't the way he always was. So Abram is willing to accept that his past wasn't exactly how he thought it was, and that he can finally let it go. But he's still going to continue through his plan to the very end, because that's how dedicated and devoted he is to it.
That ship sailed long ago.
Yeah, I figured.
Since nobody was ever there for me, I had to control a world that lost its soul, stop an evil and mystical force from invading it. I had to bring my brother home and keep him locked away so he could never run from us again.
Ooh.
I needed to weed out the weakest people with our army of mecha monstrosities and merge with the only friend I can trust in life. Now we are one with each other. You have no idea how much stronger you've made me.
Ooh.
Something in me has changed. Care to look at my potential now, Father?
Ooh. What did you just do?
Like a needle in a balloon, I pop this wall right open.
Oh.
I don't think you quite planned for me to end up this way. But it was clear I was never going to make you proud.
I gotta admit, I just love the artwork. I love the artwork that goes into a lot of the Iris story videos now. It's just so good.
Even as you lay there rotting in hell.
Oh, that's a little harsh.
What? You thought I didn't know you were in there? That's right. I know this is your coffin.
Oh, and I would like to mention, since this is not mentioned like directly, but the room that Gabriel is buried in, it's called the Dova Tomb. I just thought it was interesting enough to mention.
And to think, you really pitied me that much that I needed a robot friend to keep me safe?
Ooh.
You must have thought very little of me to get to that conclusion. So misguided. Well, that has all changed. We are now far stronger as a unison than ever before, and there's not a damn thing that can step in the way of me and the renegade we have created. Not a damn thing at all.
Oh. Something's happening.
Oh, that's rather bothersome. What do we have here?
Our boy Goliath. Let's go. He's back.
Our paths cross once more.
Yes.
Don't think I don't remember what you did to my plans. I remember that wormhole. And you thought you almost had me. Now here you are, invading my home, taking my promised land. Well, come at me, stranger. Oh, holy darkness, you be cast your worst. I swear upon all that is bleak and vengeful, I will be waiting for you. Have at it. You cannot stop the Valentin Renegade!
And that is the end of the transmissions. Now, the only viable theory that I actually have, I had a couple of theories of how Goliath actually got to Earth. One is I can only assume that he used the Mothra Hive to get there, or the other one, which actually seems like the more viable, as it's something that Tyrant and Lady Fate did in the story of Vegala, if you think back to that. When the jaws of Vegala closed, they simply just floated through space and got to the depths. So I think that's really the only plausible theory that I could say how Goliath got to Earth. He just kind of jumped from the depths and just floated through the endless void, maybe opened up a wormhole somewhere along the way and ended up in Yondrathal. Because he had to cross realms. Or maybe he just opened up a wormhole directly and just went through and then boom, he was there. But yeah, so now it's actually at this point in the story where the Valentin Renegade arc ends and the Goliath's Throne arc actually officially begins. So Goliath is now coming to Nidoria to start a war with Abram Valentin. And this war does happen within the next two videos, so let's get into the next one. Now, I would like to mention, we don't actually see any events of the war, but we just know that it's happened. It's implied that the war has already happened, and by the end of this, Goliath is captured. The fifth video we will be reacting to today is the Deadlock transmission. At this point in time in the story, Abram, I think the war has somewhat started, or it's about to begin, nonetheless, the war on Nidoria. And this is Abram having a conversation with a Baltorne tribesman, and he pretty much, I think he's eliminating the rest of the tribe that his smiths didn't take out before. Oh, jeez.
You!
Oh,
I never thought you'd show your face in this part of town after what you've done here. As if it wasn't enough losing someone close, you took it out on innocent folk like us? What happened to you?
And pray tell, how on earth did you manage to survive? I don't recall this land being habitable without going mad with rage.
You underestimate our tribe. You thought you'd taken everything from the Baltorne woods, but you're sorely mistaken. You have your secrets and we have ours.
Well, while we're being secretive, allow me to bring offerings of a secret from the Domeplex.
Try us.
See, it would normally be a secret if I hadn't known your medical facilities had Vitamin C supplements.
oh.
How?
Oh, you thought I was clueless? Well, guess what? I know everything!
Oh, Dovacom.
Dovacom!
Yeah, he got that information from Dovacom.
Soon enough, the biotide will swallow you whole, and we may finally have use for your decayed respite, known as your corpse.
Why, Abram? A world was perfect before you overturned everything. Buildings on fire, innocent civilians walking dormant in dystopia, destruction everywhere. Is this what you wanted?
Sometimes you have to make a mess before it comes clean. Survival of the fittest. I'm sure you know all about that too.
You monster! Someday, there will be someone far stronger than you, and you won't be near enough prepared for the anarchy they'll bring to your doorstep.
Yep,
Wonderful, they've
exactly.
arrived.
Let go of me!
Oh,
A
no.
word of advice. Struggling will only make them giddier.
Do you hear yourself? When that day of reckoning comes, you'll know what real peril feels like.
Oh, so very ignorant. I've seen the face of death in my lab. And it's laughable. No, please! I will give you one chance to redeem yourself here. You can either join our forces with the Domeplex, or make my biotides rather upset. My advice, you wouldn't want to behold the latter.
Your new world order? Shove it up your ass!
Oh. I mean, honorable, but he made the wrong choice.
Just like my brother.
Yeah, you're dead, bro. Oh, he's gone.
Scatter the grounds. I want every last one of them found and brought back.
Yep, he's taking out the rest of the tribe, as I kind of figured.
Why do they defy me? It makes all of this so pointless. Takes away the fun. Nevertheless, what fun is it when we cave in? Defiance is futile. And nobody defies the Valentin Renegade.
Okay, let's move on to our 6th and final video. Okay, the 6th and final video we will be reacting to today is the Vigala transmission. Now this happens directly after the Goliath's Throne arc. So the war on Nidoria has officially already happened, and at this point, Goliath has been captured by Abram Valentin. But this is when the deities of Vigala Infinity step in. Hithistras, Yondrathadicus, and Wandramite. And they are about to make contact with Dova Moira and Abram Valentin. Because if you remember in the story of Vigala, when the Cradle Primus destabilized because the Iris left the kingdom of Vigala Infinity, Vigala Infinity was zapped out of Hithafol and transported to the other side where Abram is, Yondrathal. Sorry, Abram. I don't know why I said Abram. Sorry. Ooh, they speak in a weird language. Zentu Allah Zio Vimishmir. Bring us what we sow. Okay. Dabarva la Tun Torka Dilanire. Or perish below. Oh, man, they're coming in hard.
To the Nile. Sir Valentin.
Ooh.
They have
Dova Moira has a new voice. Cool.
proposed an ultimatum. It seems maybe our instincts lie as theirs.
Okay, now that we know everything about the story of Vigala, this video makes so much more sense now. Because when it first came out, it was so confusing. It's like, what the heck is Vigala 8? But now that we know it's Vegala Infinity, Dova Moira translated it as Vegala 8.
Perish.
What is this thing?
I've scanned the cosmos. Their location appears to be the center of the galaxy. If not, the galaxy.
What on the Dorian soil could they possibly want that we have? Surely it can't be the Demetrix.
No, sire. I believe they are after a sacred artifact.
And to think we'd have no idea what they wanted without that wretched monstrosity.
The wretched monstrosity Abram is referring to as of this moment is Goliath.
Must interject, Sir Valentin. That monstrosity brought back our light.
You're really defending this, aren't you?
You brought your whole civilization to ruins, and that's because of a purely selfish interest.
Don't tell me you're questioning my abilities.
So I know your abilities, Abram. After we disconnected, I retained more than you know, and now I know what you were up to all along.
Which was?
Thanks to your selfish addiction to finding every horrid detail of an honorable leader who blessed this planet. Before you got your hands in his machines, you changed the world, and the cost was ruins.
But
True.
what about my loyal people, huh?
They were mindless plagues, sire. Blind followers.
They were never
You
loyal.
were appeased by their shrieking, but their voices were nothing but banshee cries.
Don't you go there!
You were blinded by so much hatred, that is all you saw. And when people realized that that's all you wanted to do, you were abandoned,
Stop!
leaving you to be a pathetic
Dova Moira, I command you! Cease this once!
and lonely speck of dirt.
Silence!
Dang, Dova Moira was going hard with his roast on Abram. Dang. But it's pretty funny, though, because everything that Dova Moira says is... It's practically true. He wasn't lying about a thing he said. It was all true.
But there is a way to repent.
How?
And what do you suggest?
Team up with the beast.
Oh,
Thanks to his endless source of knowledge, we may be able to end the war and protect the land.
Protect the land.
Team up with the beast, protect the land, rebuild, and repent.
interesting.
The world goes through enough suffering, sire. It is time we put old hearts to rest.
True.
Dova Moira? Bring me the beast.
Okay. That's interesting. So now that we know the story of Vegala, this makes a whole lot more sense now, like I mentioned before. So Dova Moira's whole plan is have Abram team up with Goliath and use the Iris's all-knowing archival to figure out a way to end the war and stop Vegala Infinity. Maybe even defeat them once and for all, so they're never even heard from again. I wonder if this is going to probably do something with, I don't know, maybe Goliath banishing the deities of Vegala Infinity to like the damned or something like that. That would be kind of cool, not going to lie, if Goliath had that power.
Of course, sire.
And this was just to announce that Heart of an Artist was getting a new cover, the physical edition. I have the physical edition. It looks really cool. Well, guys, that's it. That's all the videos. All the lore videos are done. We're done. I hope you guys enjoyed the 6th and final day of Iris Week. I certainly enjoyed it as well. And I was glad that I got to go on this journey with you guys to just merely reflect and look over everything that Will has done up to this point. And now we know a really clear and crucial story to these albums. Like, I liked it when Iris was music. Don't get me wrong. I think everybody did. But I think what really made Iris, become a phenomenon, what made it grow, was the story that Will put into it, the effort and heart that he put into it, the physical heart of an artist that he used to make this just a really cool, interesting story. And that's the thing. I'm a story geek. I love a good story, and I get sucked into it when, and it shows. I get sucked into it when it's something I really enjoy and something I really like talking about. That's why I made the retrospective that I did for Will in the first place. That's why I made it, because I just wanted to talk about it, because it was interesting to me. But unfortunately, guys, that is all the time I have today for this video. So please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications when I upload new videos, and follow my social media links down in the description below to join the Ghoul Renegade. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!